Thanks for coming, and appreciate our fans and incredible atmosphere at nighttime in the Horseshoe. I don't think we played a clean game. Do not want to take anything away from our opponent, because that's 2 weeks in a row that they just swung as hard as they possibly could with very good players. I thought our defense, we gave up some pass yards there. Certainly too many at the end. For the most part, they just kept us, because offensively we're sloppy and not executing at a high level. And then, once it got going, we had some big plays and scored enough points to win the game. So I'll answer any questions for you.
Front row right, over here, Tim.
Yeah, Urban, was that the call for Cardale? Was that a keeper on his own? Was that another option play? The clinching touchdown there at the end?
Yeah, we knew they were going to be blitzing, and it was called, that was a direct run, Q run, where you just gap everybody down, and we knew they'd be all over the place. And we wanted to at that point, keep the clock running. And, yeah, that was a direct run.
Yeah, and the other thing, with JT, like you said, you'll address that this coming week and stuff. Will he be in the running for the starting job this coming week?
Yes.
Second row left, Austin.
Urban, how would you evaluate Cardale going back out there just as a whole? And then, as you said, what do you need to see in the early part of the week as you make that decision?
Well, it's just the accuracy in the throw game. I feel like, and it's hard for me to say now that, because I don't see, I'm down on the field and you can't see a thing down there. And when we're getting some situations where it might be like bear zero or the no deep situations, that they're gonna do the best they can to take away Zeke, and they pretty much did. I mean, only had 114 yards and on 26 carries, but weren't able to get him out, like we like to. And there's only one way to do that, and it's been that way since the beginning of the evolution of football. They do this, you have to be able to hit those. And when we do, we move the ball. So obviously we had a couple big ones, the Jalen, the Braxton, and a couple other ones. So we just got to continue to work at that.
Over here to the right, Clay.
Did you want to throw deep more in the second half? It seemed like you stretched it a little bit more.
I wanted to hit the deep ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not just throw.
No.
You just throw. No,
And
no,
he
hit the deep ones.
And how did he?
Okay. I can't remember when Jalen. I think Jalen's was the first half. Second half, we had Braxton, a very good no deep situation. But you had Curtis on one, you had Braxton on another one. One of the linemen made a mistake. So, those are those situations that when we're cooking, we're nailing it. Those are the situations that when you get no deep or 9 up, 8 up to stop the run, that you have to hit those deep balls.
You said sloppy, but several, you may not be aware, 3 or 4, I don't know how many unbeatens. TCU, Michigan State, Memphis lost today. Survive and advance.
Yeah, best thing about 9-0, chance to go 10-0, and that's it. And with a good bunch of people. That's what's good. I can't wait to go back to work tomorrow.
Middle left, Bill.
First of all, how's Braxton?
I think he's going to be all right. I just talked to him, and I'll know more tomorrow.
And is it more a shoulder, the chest? What was the?
I'm not quite sure. I think he just got the wind knocked out of him or dinged a little bit, so I'll know more tomorrow.
And the interception by Von Bell, when they initially called a targeting, were you pretty sure it was not? And how what were you thinking?
I didn't see it. I just saw on the big screen like everyone else did, but I couldn't tell.
Front row right here, Andy.
Coach, your overall grade on Cardale and the offense's performance as a whole, and you said sloppy.
I'll know more tomorrow when I watch the videotape, because a lot of times when I used to do that, I'm wrong, and I'd rather wait till I let you know for sure when I meet with you guys on Monday or Tuesday.
Just kind of your overall impression, though, just coming off of the game.
Not what we expect. We expect to play better, and I hate to say that because that sometimes sounds like we're taking away from our opponent, because they're a pretty rugged group, and. But just expect much more efficiency out of our offense.
Far
Do
left.
we have any turnovers?
Well, we had one lost fumble.
Okay.
Far left, Doug.
Urban, we've talked about this a lot this year with JT and Cardale. At this point, do you feel like the offense is very different when one guy's in compared to the other? We saw what JT does with the run game.
A little different.
Did you feel that tonight?
Yeah, I felt a little different. Little different. Probably more so now as the season's gone on than I did earlier in the year. a little different. I think the read game, that's not a big part of Cardale's game, which is kind of one of the parts of the foundation of the offense. So you have to get those yards somewhere else, and it's got to be that. And it looks pretty good when you're hitting that, because they're really, at times, just putting a lot. This team, that's their base because they have two very good corners. Stop the run, stop the run, stop the run, and they were up in there. And we're trying to be as creative as we can to get some runs going. But then you got to hit those passes.
And final two, far right over here, Jeff.
Coach, if my numbers are correct, tonight Zeke became Ohio State's 4th leading all-time rusher. Can you talk a little bit about his consistency and how you just count on that guy all the time?
Yeah, he's an animal, and I love that kid. He's a team player. You can see the way he's holding on to the ball because they were trying to strip it near the end. He's excellent in pass protection again tonight. And, yeah, he's a workhorse that we're very glad he's going to be with us for a while.
And final question over here to the left, Tino.
Coach, Von Bell had a pretty stellar game, a pick 6 and 10 overall tackles. Can you kind of talk about his play tonight and how he was all over the field?
I'll know more, but I see what you saw. I don't spend a lot of time right now on that. When I go on Sunday, I will and find out how he did. But I saw the same thing you did. He's one of our most consistent performers, not just on defense, but on our team.